All right, we are good to go. Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDO and youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. I'm DDO Community Manager Cordovan. Thank you very much for joining me this week. We are live on Caneth week 2 of 2. Next week we'll be on Galanda. We got moderately killed in Temple of Elemental Evil Part 1 last week, so we're here to do Part 2. I'm sure it's going to go great. We do want to answer your questions in chat, so if you've got a question for us, if we can answer it, we will. If we can't, we'll just let you know. But ask away in our chat room over on twitch.tv or on YouTube, and we'll answer it if we can. This week, let's see, we got Lamania happening later this week. We'll stay tuned on the exact day. We're thinking probably Friday up through the weekend. Gonna have epic or legendary Shroud, Hound of Zoriat, Tempest Spine. First look at Greensteel, first look at random loot. Whole bunch of stuff. So gonna be kind of a cool preview. You should check it out if you're interested in said things. Also, we have a 25% Epic XP weekend going on, and the festival coin drops will start later this week as well. Thanks everyone for joining me. We're going to get started here on Temple of Elemental Evil Part 2. We're going to run it on normal. I'm certainly not ready for anything other than that. And being as the end fight's a little on the difficult side, figured probably the best way to do this. Titan, you already have your Mo back. Indeed. Yes, I am a clean Chauvin. Movember is over. Because it's December. I do want to thank everyone who helped us raise, let's see, it was like $48.95 on Team Turbine this year. Just a huge fundraiser this year for us. And all that money is going to go towards some really good causes: prostate cancer research, testicular cancer research, mental health, physical activity. You can find the whole list of programs over on Movember.com. Hopefully by the end of the week here, I'm going to get out the incentives to folks who have things coming to them. If for some reason you don't hear from me by, say, middle of next week, ping me on the forums. I'm sure it's just an oversight. I'll get you all your stuff. But as long as you gave me a forum name either in the message or through the forums, or a character name in-game, some kind of way for me to get you stuff, then I will get you stuff. So, should be good. Titan asks, when are we going to have a thread for Legendary Greensteel up on Lamania? Probably whenever Lamania goes live. So, Friday, probably. Stay tuned. Will this be the second or third Lamania update for 29? This will be the second. Our first one was, what, a little bit last week. Yeah, I know, look at the baby face, huh? Yeah, I'm sure that's not going to last. I pretty much plan to not shave through the new year, so, you know. Pretty soon my ugly mug will have hair on it. Will Lamania be going up Friday or Saturday? The plan is Friday. We're going to take Wednesday night's build. It takes most of a day to check it all out, get it staged and propped and what have you. So most likely Friday. I know Kiwi's planning to do some kind of thing, public thing, on Friday night. I'm not going to be able to be a part of it because I'm going to be doing pen and paper D&D. But then Saturday, late morning-ish Eastern time, I'm thinking I'll be able to do some stuff. So I'll be in-game helping things out. In particular, like I say, we really want people to not just sit in the test dojo and do stuff, but to actually run through quests, check out our random loot system, check out the new raids and all that sort of thing. So what we'll probably end up doing is actually going in-game, helping to organize some groups, follow some people along, you know, that kind of thing. So. So anyway, the Movember went really great this year. You know, I just can't thank you guys enough for being amazing people. Very generous donors. as always. So, very nice stuff. Fire the Dragon Leader asks, what is the date for the DDO Wiki anniversary? That's really a question more for Shoemaker. I think he's the one keeping track of that sort of thing. My understanding is the technical... I mean, people went back in history to try to see where the first edits on that were. And my understanding is it's either late December or early January is the formal 10th anniversary. But I think the plan is to start doing some stuff for the 10th anniversary later this month. You'll have to stay tuned. I'm sure DDO Wiki Talk Tuesday mornings, 8 o'clock right here on Twitch. We'll have a lot more information about that. I know we'll be supporting the giveaway with, or supporting the anniversary with various giveaways. I'm going to be working on some DDO Wiki avatars that people can just sort of put on their characters, what have you. So that should be cool. I don't know. What else should I mention? We'll have a post on random loot later this week as well. I was just looking over with No Worries, some of that information that'll be going on it. It's looking pretty good. We expect it to be kind of a first pass on it. You know, we expect people are going to be pretty interested in our random loot generation work. So we'll be doing a lot of kind of probably feedback and changes over time on it. But I think people are going to dig it. I hope you dig it. It's pretty good stuff. Is there no chest from the cook? No. Just in the first room. Okay. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Bonk. Hey, Peter. 823, nice to see you in our chat room here. Hi, Malokio, how you doing? Emerith. It was fun streaming at home on Friday afternoon. You know, we had the day off on Friday, Black Friday in the office, so I ended up doing the Fridays at 4 from home. That was actually pretty fun. That worked out better than I thought it would, because I only have one screen and my computer's not really as powerful, etc. But it seemed to go pretty good, so I might try doing that again sometime. One interesting thing I could tell you is going on today is a little after the live stream here, I think around 2 o'clock Eastern, we're actually going to get the band together, the dev team, and run through Legendary Shroud. So, because now the thing's in a pretty good state in terms of being able to be run, clearly because it's getting ready for Lamania. But yeah, so it should be pretty interesting to see what we can do on the Shroud. You know, we've done look-sees at it certainly before, like QA and that has, but the things in a state nowadays, now, that we can actually do a more, I guess what you might call, standard sort of run-through of it. So, should be cool. Any chance of a Vet Status 3 and or Legendary Epic Korthos? I haven't heard of plans to do either of those things. Sorry. You know, we've for a long time, both the community and team here have kicked around with, you know, what would sort of an epic Misery's Peak, that sort of thing, look like, but no real work is done or any kind of legit thought about scheduling or actually doing that sort of thing. So, we'll see. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know of any plans to, say, do a Vet Status 3 that would let you start at 20. I don't know if we'd have any... I mean, if you guys really want it, you know, let us know. You said water, right? Yes, Fly-Flung Flu. This is an analytical run. Basically, this is us sort of taking our time, going through it, checking out various things, gathering feedback. It's not really meant for public distribution or streaming. You know, we'll be doing a preview of it later, but this is really for us to see it in its current state, get feedback, figure out what we need to work on, things like that. So. I don't actually know who, I can't remember, I don't know who the DM is for Legendary Shroud. I'd need to talk to Knockback. I know he was working on the script of that today, actually. Try to get that out, so I'm assuming it's coming fairly soon, but I don't actually know. I'll need to figure that out. But I don't think the plan is to do some kind of celebrity, we're not doing a celebrity DM for Legendary Shroud here. It'll be a good DM, though. But I don't know who we picked. Let's see. I don't know if I actually have underwater action. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I usually just sort of go left and left, left to figure out how to do it. But if you got a better idea, let me know. Got some Didio, popular topic, Didio celebrity DM talk. All good choices. That would a lot of cool names being thrown about. Let's see. Let me check the chat. I personally am open to all sorts of great suggestions. You know, one of the things, like I believe Sev talked about on PDOcast not that long ago, is that a lot of the kind of celebrity voiceover work comes with opportunity. You know, and so when it comes to opportunity, we're open for whatever we can get. You know, if we've got some cool people who we realize we're able to talk to and meet with and all that. Sure, you know, we're not opposed to that. I think you know we hear frequently about Mr. Diesel as a celebrity DM. It's a cool title. Yes, Gemini. I think you would make a great DM. I think just getting James Earl Jones to say the hatchery would probably be cost prohibitive. That would be pretty awesome, though. The hatchery. No luck, Mathura? Let's see, what do we got to look at yet? I guess... Morgan Freeman. You guys are looking at expensive people. I don't think people like Morgan Freeman or James Earl Jones do much of anything inexpensively. You know, there's some pretty big names in the field of doing stuff. Might be out of our budget. But if you are personal friends with Morgan Freeman, and like if you're doing a pen and paper D&D group with them, and he's like, man, I sure wish I could be a DM for Dungeons & Dragons Online, you let us know. We can make that happen. Doggy paddling through the temple of elemental evil. Yes, if you convince Morgan Freeman to be a free celebrity DM for Dungeons & Dragons Online, I think we could probably work something out. Let's see. Yeah, the Honest Movie Trailers guy. That's pretty funny. The list is endless. There's an endless number of people who would be awesome DMs. You know, since that came up on DDOcast the other day, there was some look-see into what it would take to allow skins. It would take a lot of artwork, unfortunately. I'm not sure that we're in a position to really do that. But I know there's some interest in it. See, when we start talking about multiple DMs per quest, that gets even more crazy in terms of the budget and everything. Probably not. Sorry. Really, was that C. Morriger that did the Blackbird skin? I didn't realize that. I can't remember. It must have been a different forum name at the time. I love the Blackbird skin. That was the one I probably use for... Geez, I used that one for a long time myself. It was a cool one. Alright, I think we're going back, aren't we then? Looks like we got this area looked at as well. Big Sugar, I think you're thinking of Samuel L. Jackson there. Yeah. A quick question, J. Renarin asks, are there any plans to finish off the pass for Arcane Archer in Update 29? I heard that the initial pass was not meant to be a complete one. That is correct, it was not. I don't think it's going to make it into Update 29, though. We have a pretty full list of things to do already, and I don't think we're going to be able to fit further Arcane Archer work into that pass. That said, we are not done with Arcane Archer. You are correct. We will be doing some more work on it. Whether that happens, say, in a patch before Update 30 or Update 30 proper or later, you know, I'll leave that up to the dev team to schedule and get out, and I'll let you know as soon as I know. Yep. Are we looking to do any more kinds of small updates for classes with the U30? I think it's a little early to start talking about our Update 30 plans. But yeah, we absolutely will be doing further classwork in 2016, for sure. And Gnomes, yeah, I mean, Gnomes will be currently slated for Update 30 as well, so, you know. That ain't a little thing. minimum level on Epic Green Steel? That's actually a very good question, and one that is being debated currently. For this first Lamania, or prop of Legendary Green Steel, the minimum level has not been set or finalized. There's some kind of different opinions as to what it could and should be. So we haven't actually formalized that yet. We will clearly by the time update 29 hits, though. Oh, did I miss something? Will Legendary Green Steel be bound to account or character? My guess is bound the same as typical Green Steel. Yeah. Gnomes will not look like halflings with beards. Any hints on the look? No. They will look gnomish. You know, I mean, they're in line with current D&D sort of lore and look. So, if you take a look at sort of the way they currently look, ooh, nice. Nice. Do we find it? There we go. So, you know, a little. I mean, they're not. Say the non-D&D sort of garden gnome kind of look, right? You know, they're not short, stubby dudes with big red hats and all that sort of thing. If you see pictures of gnomes, say, in recent D&D editions, you know, they're going to look kind of like that. Hey Vlav, we're heading back. We found the elemental gem. I did reach my goal, Fire the Dragon Leader, for Movember. Went quite well this year. I really appreciate everyone's generosity. So a new cosmetic slot coming with update 30. Cosmetic face slot for beards. No, although there is going to be a new slot showing up on your character sheet. It is going to be... so let me find my way here. It's going to start with... oh, okay. Alright, good point. Yeah, we need to get to Vlav. Sorry about that. Oh, okay, cool. You got it. So I guess we are ready to go then. let's see. Anyway, so the new slot is going to be for green steel slotting, and then potentially in the future be used for other augment-related uses. It's essentially going to be an augment slot kind of between where the pet and the scroll is. And it's going to allow you to access basically an augment barter UI easily. And you should actually be seeing that this week on Lemania. Let's see. No, Fire the Dragon Leader, the goal for the head shaving was at 10,000. We did not hit that goal, which was always kind of a semi-serious stretch goal.
Almost every surface of this vast hall is covered in mushrooms, lichen, and other fungi. North is a strange twisting throne that appears to have grown from the floor itself. Zuggit must be near.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that that was a bit of a hint for legendary green steel. Well, like I say, you'll be seeing that soon enough. Alright, now it's time for all of us to easily defeat Zuggtmoy, which I'm sure we're going to do. No on green steel hand wraps. Sorry. We will not be having legendary green steel hand wraps. Oh, YouTube chat. Good point. Need to head on over to them. Hello, Alan C. As I mentioned the budget for these things, I was, being a music guy, wondering if all the DDL music is custom written, composed for the purpose. A lot of the... It depends on who's doing the music and what it's for, but a lot of our music is done in-house. Some more is done using various Warner Brothers assets, things like that. And then, there have been times in the past, like for, let's say, Menace of the Underdark, where we had Chance Thomas do some work for us, that sort of thing as well. So it kind of depends, but the music is made for Dungeons and Dragons Online. We don't say license music that's used for something else for DDL. We'll have more information about how the crafting works later this week, Alan C. over on YouTube. He asked about, is it going to be like huge devil scales? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I don't think that's the exact name, though. If the XP curve for levels 21 to 30 is to be flat, then will levels be reset after update 29? It's not going to be completely flat. We do have that up. I believe it's on the forums, we'll mention that. It's going to be a little bit less flat than it was, but still not nearly as steep a curve as it would have been without any additional work. And the way it's going to work is your XP and your level are not going to change. But the new XP threshold to hit the next level may, well, it will, for all but one level, based on the new curve. So the way it's going to work is, for example, if you need a little bit more XP than you might normally do, you're not going to lose your level, but you just need to gain the new level threshold to hit the next level. Got some Russian in our chat. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so I'm sure we kind of know what we're doing. Basically, you know, kill Zlichtmoy, uh, beat down the mushrooms as we need to, hide behind the ones that you need to.
The tall figure commands the sentinels of the line.
You destroyed my silent following,
Says suddenly,
you took the arcane page, know that finally died. During my
Let me get back to our Twitch chat here. Green steel armor. It's going to be the same basic types as currently exists.
spring from the ground. But it was
Techno 13 at this time or ever. I assume you're talking in regards to green steel hand wraps. I don't know. I don't have anything to announce
demonic power.
right now in regard to that.
There's a devastating tension.
Sorry. Alright, plans for a dev letter. Yes. Don't know if it's going to be late December or perhaps January, but something around that time frame is our current thinking on the updated dev letter. Is Shroud going to be the same, like portals, crystals, or are we changing it? And it's going to be similar. Similar to existing Shroud in regard to the basic overall structure of the raid, but there will be some differences, particularly in the way that what kind of mobs you face, etc., etc. And you, like I say, you'll be seeing it as soon as this weekend. So there you go.
In a shout of desolation. Behind the twisting blade lies the demon's treasure.
Not too bad. Had to use some Sybaris cakes, but that could have been worse.
That pulses. Demon Queen is defeated.
Alright, let me see. When is it scheduled? Mesrim asks. You mean scheduled for update 29 or scheduled for... I don't know quite what you mean by scheduled. Update 29 is currently scheduled for sometime between now and the end of the year. The next producer's letter is tentatively scheduled sometime probably between late December and mid-ish January. Technical 13 asks, I know it generally requires an SAG card. for, say, music or Dungeon Master voice work? Is that something that local musicians might have available? Um, we have not hired, say, local musicians to do that. We had, for, well, in-house musicians that would do that stuff. Hey, actually, that's not terrible. Cost of canned wraps. I could maybe use that. Or experienced evil. But I already have the, Sweet, thanks. So I think it would, they would need to go through the standard process to get that stuff, which is like, working with Warner Brothers and what have you. Let's see. But yes, it is true that we are a union shop with Warner Brothers, and so we apply for like voiceover work, and that follows the same rules that say the rest of the studios use, both video game and movie. Any news on what the Players Council is working on? They're kind of in an in-between state. They've been working on the stuff that you're seeing within the next couple weeks here of Update 29. Process for the 2016 Players Council will happen in January. Thanks, Jay Renarin, on the kudos for the buddy bonuses. Yep, they seem to go pretty well. It was a lot of fun. I'm using Chrome to load Twitch right now for Gettable on PC, so he's saying he's having a problem with Chrome. I don't know. Technical says, I believe I heard someone say the Monk Pass is scheduled for the first half of next year. Is that still the plan? Yeah, I mean, tentatively, yeah. Right? It's on our short list of things to work on. When exactly it falls, we'll have to wait on that, but... Mesrum says, are there any plans to change raid timers or have the raid count persist through true reincarnation? In regard to the raid timer question, the current information on that is the legendary raid timer thread, and that is that with CR 31 plus raids, they're going to take legendary raid timers. The current pool of raid timers will continue to be used just as they are in all non-legendary raiding. Regarding the having raid counters persist through true reincarnation, that is something I've been pushing for. That's something we've talked about. I don't know if it's going to happen. I know that there are people out there who would like to see it done, and we'll see what happens there. Epic Theric Wraps. We're going to have completely new loot for Update 29, not epified versions of existing loot. Legendarified versions of existing loot. So yes, DDL music is custom written for Dungeons & Dragons Online. Not, we don't say use generic music and then apply it, or find licensed music and then relicense it for us. So it's created, composed for the game. Alright. Well, let me see here. All right, that worked out pretty well, everyone. I really appreciate you joining me this week. Just a note that I will get you guys some turbine points a little bit later on this afternoon, probably quite a bit later since I have uh, a play run through of Legendary Shroud coming up. So expect it probably late this afternoon, early evening tonight in your inbox. And I appreciate you guys helping me get through Temple here. Unless you have any final questions, I'll probably wrap things up just a couple minutes early here this week. We already have an Epic Minos Legions, so I think including a Mythic version of it. So I don't know that we have any plans to further um, update that particular item. Yeah, Spicy says, hey, we should have an Epic Korthos with an Epic Misery's Peak being arrayed. You know, that's the kind of talk that's been going on for several years now, but nothing's been scheduled or confirmed or penciled in or committed to. Edward T says, so there will be no, quote, new pack with Update 29. The way it's going to work is it's being rolled into the existing Veil of Twilight adventure pack. So, if you have the Veil of Twilight, you will get this stuff. If you do not have the Veil of Twilight adventure pack, you should probably get it, because it's going to be even more chock full of stuff. And then Legendary Tempest Spine is a free raid. You won't need any adventure pack to run that. Yeah, I mean, we have no plans to do Epic Korthos. We'd have to need a compelling reason to do that. Upcoming sales hints. The best hint I can give you is December deals are going to be kicking off later this week, and that's going to be similar to past years if you've been around, where every week there's a whole new round of sales for December deals. So it's a great time to keep an eye out on DDO.com or social media channels, and we're going to have those new sales up Thursday, probably mid-afternoon, and they go for a week, and so you'll find out more about that in a couple of days. Rizia, yep, still scheduled probably sometime in January, along with the Midwinter Festival. Will there be a, quote, December event? That will be Festivalt, and that kicks off very soon. Yep. Alright. That's going to do it with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Thank you very much for joining me this week. We are live every Wednesday starting at noon Eastern, currently -5 GMT on twitch.tv/DDOstream and youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. We do archive all these shows after the fact on YouTube and on Twitch, and we have shows throughout the week, including 4 o'clock today, DDO as She Is Played with Gemini166. We have Pikers Anonymous on Friday night. I will be back Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. I believe we have a Saturday afternoon show Sunday. We're also going to have a new show coming up probably as soon as maybe tomorrow. We'll have a new Thursday show, and I'm also just in talks with Samus Garobo to do a Wednesday morning show here on Twitch. So a couple of new shows to look forward to here. Really appreciate you guys joining me. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.